Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today here on YouTube. I'm Doug Miles with another in my series of celebrity interviews I conducted on my radio show here in Sarasota, Florida. This one is with the great Shirley Jones, who most of you remember from her role, of course, on The Partridge Family, but also one of the great actresses, particularly appearing in musicals like Oklahoma and The Music Man. Shirley appeared in Sarasota a couple of days after this interview. Hope you enjoy it, and stay tuned for more here on YouTube.
As far as into a series, you know, they've talked about doing about 9 episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that should be a lot of fun.
It would be, I think.
And are you going to play any part in that? Have they talked
to you
about it?
I don't know. I said, I'll come in as grandma if you want.
Yeah. I guess most people 40 and under probably come up to you as Mrs. Partridge.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So
I said I did 33 motion pictures
that's
before
right.
I did The Partridge Family, and I'll be Mrs. Partridge for the rest of my life.
Well, I want to talk to you quickly. We got a few minutes left. Just some of the films that were my favorite. Now, I was in that group that grew up watching you as Mrs. Partridge, but I have seen your films. Oklahoma, of course, one of my favorites. I think Music Man also was my favorite too. What was that experience working with Robert Preston?
Oh, it was so great. I can't say enough. Preston was really incredible. I mean, he'd been doing it on the stage for a couple of years before he came to do the film, and you'd thought, that he had never done it before. I mean, it was just like brand new for him, and he was so great to work with and so helpful.
He was one of those actors that really owned a part. I guess Carol Channing with Hello Dolly and him with Music Man. That's
right. Nobody else. They did the revival on Broadway, and
it's never worked very well, has it?
It was good. I saw it, and Craig Bierko, who played his role, literally just did him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was really what it was.
Yeah, I mean, good productions, but it's never been as successful. You always think of Robert Preston, don't you, when you see that?
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah, wonderful music in that, and of course, Carousel, another one you did with Gordon McRae.
Carousel. That's my favorite musical of all time.
And you do a lot of music.
The music in that is just incredible. I'll be doing some songs from Carousel in the show.
I was going to say, you do a lot of that music in your concerts. Yeah, that's
and from Oklahoma, of course.
Of course, Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote so many wonderful songs.
Oh, they were my mentors, and all of their music, of course, I sing all the time still.
Yeah, it's timeless music. It really is.
It is. It'll be here long after we're all gone.
Yeah.
It's just everybody says, oh, Rodgers and Hammerstein, Rodgers and Hart. I mean, that kind of music we don't have anymore.
I host. We're primarily a talk station, obviously, but I host 2 hours on a Sunday night of jazz, big bands, and a lot of Broadway music, and the response is just great because people say you can't hear this type of music on the radio like you used to.
No, it's true.
Yeah, it's great. And if you want to get more information on what Shirley Jones is doing, you got a great website, shirleyjones.com.
Yeah, it is wonderful, isn't it?
And you can hear a little bit of Shirley when you click on there. Welcome you to the site. How has that helped or just kind of enhanced your promotional abilities?
Oh, it's great. It's just wonderful. I have a young woman who actually was sort of my fan club president here on the West Coast, and she's the one that did it. I mean, I had nothing to do with it, and she just called me and she said, I'm going to do this. And I said, absolutely. Well, I've had more people and talk about it and tell me how wonderful it is, and she did such an incredible job.
Really is good. You have obviously all the Partridge Family memorabilia, but also your film and television work, and where you're going to be performing. So that's great. And once again, the show coming up Wednesday, November 24th, right here in Sarasota at the Van Wezel with Robert Goulet and Shirley Jones. It's great to finally talk to you. I love talking to people I grew up watching on TV. But
that's nice.
Thanks for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you in Sarasota.
I hope so. Come say hello.
Will do. Thanks, Shirley.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.